Hello and welcome. You are all invited to learn how to do the DPS role for phases 2 and 4, both inside and out. And hopefully you're able to get a pro team because there is a little hidden strategy that you're able to do to make it a little bit quicker. For phase 1, if you're not the base tank, all you have to do and worry about is DPS. Now, if you want, you are able to actually stand next to the base tank when the bend the knee special attack comes, and this is because they will take reduced damage and the more players that are nearby. And then at the very end of phase 1, your screen will turn green, yellow, or blue. It will be 3 hits of the same combat style. You want to pray correctly, and then devotion. Afterwards, this will start phase 2. This phase will have a lot going on. However, I'll be going over the west and east outside. You want to attack the gorilla, use your thresholds, kill it, and then your buddy is able to go inside. Then you want to go north, pray range, and you want to kill Rex, but remember, you can only use your basic attacks. Afterwards, he is defeated. You want to go south, and we'll be clicking on the statue every time it is golden. Only click once. If you do click while it is dark green, everyone on your team will take 2,500 damage. And then afterwards, you are able to run to the boss, and then you can help the base tank kill the other Rexes and the puppies. Then once the boss is immune, you'll tell because there is a little blue bar filling up under her health. This means you'll be able to damage her. Another role for phase 2 will be east and west inside the portal. After you kill the gorilla, you should see a little portal and you want to click enter. Then we will be killing this NPC. It will only help to use maybe 1 threshold. Then you want to threshold each chain and kill them all. The outside role will be doing this part. Once the chains are gone, you want to click the NPC. Now you will have 50 seconds to run outside the barrier and then go all the way to the opposite side to the highlighted statue. This will allow you to progress to the next phase once the other role has also done that. Phase 3 is exactly like phase 1. If you want, when the boss does bend the knee special mechanic, you're able to run to the base tank so that you're able to take half the damage. Other than that, you just focus on DPSing. There's no real mechanics unless maybe if you're 2 or 3 players, in which case sometimes your screen will change colors and you'll need to pray correctly and devotion. But other than that, with a team of 4 or more, you should be able to skip that last mechanic. Phase 4 will be much like phase 2. However, the gorilla will now have a little barrier, in which case you'll want to wait probably about 10 seconds. And this is for scarabs to dig up from the ground. You want to then target 1 scarab, kill it, pick up its body. It should have a green bar charging up. You want to pick it up, throw it at the gorilla. This will then remove the little barrier, allowing you to damage the gorilla. Afterwards, you want to kill 3 additional scarabs while you are doing that, and you want to pick it up, throw it into the rift to either the west or east, depending on what side you are on. And then for here, you want to pray melee, get rid of the dogs, and just like earlier, you want to stay south by the statue, and you want to click on it once it does turn golden. Just remember, you have to click once. And as a little side note, let's say if you're using magic or necromancy, and your AoEs do hit scarabs, and just before it charges, you can keep throwing it in the portal, or you can actually throw it at the boss or south out of the arena. And this is because if they do explode, everyone on your team will take 1,500 damage. So you really need to focus on 1, not killing the scarabs, dealing with puppies, and you also have to click on the statue once it does turn gold 3 times. Afterwards, you want to make your way to the boss, allowing you to damage her until the next phase starts. East or west inside, the first starting point is almost the same, and that's because it's a little time gated, as you want to wait until you get a scarab and chunk it at the gorilla, allowing you to damage the gorilla. Then you're able to enter the portal. But this time, you want to pick up a scarab and throw it at the NPC. This will remove his barrier, allowing you to damage them. And then hopefully the guy on the outside is able to count to 4, and you want to pick up each scarab, throw 1, add a chain. So there's 3 chains and 1 NPC. After you've gotten rid of the NPCs, you want to click on the middle statue. You should get a yellow bar decreasing. You want to go outside and go to the opposite side. Both the west and east role people have to do this. All the scarabs at the end of phase 4 will now turn into bombs when you do start phase 5. You want to build adrenaline and you want to barricade all while you're in melee distance of Amascut if you're green 1. This is because she will launch a little green missile on you that if you move, you'll be able to tell because like it's a huge noticeable thing that your character is green. Now, I did die because I did not barricade for the scarabs, but basically all you want to do is right there. You should see how your character is a little highlighted greenish. You'll want to swap with another person. So you'll be green 1 or green 2. If you ever take the green twice in a row, you will get instantly killed. Now, after the base tank has finished charging his roll, this will be the DPS race. You'll want to stand in between Amascut and the NPC in the middle that is charging, and you'll get 4 attempts. All you want to do is stand in between them. Now, if someone else who she did not call is standing there, everyone will take about 6,000 damage. She will do this 4 times and the phase will restart if you have not yet killed her. So you have 2 attempts to do this huge damage burst. In normal mode, it's not really an issue unless someone messes up and then wipes the whole team, just like that. However, I did survive, so good fight them. And now, time for a kill example. I will be doing the west inside roll, which you will see a little bit done differently, and that's because we have a pro west inside part 2. For phase 1, honestly, you don't really have anything to worry about. It's just pray soul split, and I have done this up until about 3 people. Once you have 2 people or even 3, depending on the DPS, you will actually need to start praying correctly. And then it's pretty much just, I guess, DPS dummy the boss. Now for phase 2, we'll be attacking the gorilla, but keep in mind, I had my west outside also be my inside at the same time, and I'll show you what that means right here. We both attack the NPC, we kill him, he takes one side of the chains, I will take the other side of the chains. This saves a couple of seconds, and it heavily relies on your base tank on the outside to click on this statue 3 times. Then you simply want to collect the little fragment, run to the opposite side. You do need a bit of coordination. Be like, hey, I need the base tank to also do outside to save about 15 seconds. And then usually, sometimes you want to have the east inside and the east outside to also do the same thing, so you're able to get those nice PR records. And then it's pretty much just DPS until you do phase the boss. But as a little side note, it might hurt the little base tank a little more, and that's because he'll be tanking a bit more dogs, on average between 6 to 10 dogs, and he'll be usually tanking the 2 Rexes. So just keep on mind if they're, let's say, under geared using tier 70 or 80 gear, that really does start to add up. Now for this phase, it's pretty easy, and that's, I mean, you can build on the scarabs since you want to get 100%. Pick up a scarab, chunk it at the shielded gorilla, and then again, you want to have your outside rolls join you on the inside so you're able to do it. But a little thing before you have to do this is that you also want to target some scarabs and throw them in the portal as well. This way you're able to pick up a scarab, chunk it at the NPC to take down his barrier, and you're also able to throw 1 per chain. Although sometimes, depending on if you take too long outside, the scarabs on the inside will explode. It just pretty much takes a little bit of coordination. They're like, okay, let me chain and then dragon breath to kill all of them. And then it's the same thing. You just want to charge the little statue on the outside, go to the opposite. And right here, I think we had to wait like maybe 12 seconds or something for the other guy to do his roll for phase 4 and also phase 2. So we're talking about maybe 30 seconds of a difference if everyone goes on the inside while the base tank is on the outside doing those statues. So again, if you want those nice PR records for the future Grandmaster records, that is an option. And then right here, you do have the ability to pick up the scarabs and chunk them off, but I like to always barricade. I will be charging this pillar which I mean is not really important since usually this is the base tank role since they can pray soul split and attack the soul abbas. But for this kill, I needed a little clip, so I was like, hey, let me leech this one. He's like, oh, okay, perfectly fine. Once the little bar is full, you'll notice a little light orb. Get ready to surge towards the boss and go ham. You want to wait until she calls someone's name and then use your thresholds. Don't use them before because she will be immune. And then just make sure once your name is called, you're going to stand in between her and Tumikin's light in the very middle. You're able to reflect and resonance to reduce that damage. Congratulations, you have gotten your kill